On Apple Valley News Now, democracy in action. It's election day and we're talking about the ballot issues that could have a big impact on your 2024 tax bill. Plus, as the Benton Franklin Health District reports the first flu-related death so far of the season in the state of Washington, we're talking about ways to stay safe headed into the holidays.
And we had a wet, gray start to your Tuesday. It's been blustery and windy, but it looks like you're going to be needing those shades on Wednesday. I'm tracking all of that in your First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. It is election day and you've got until 8 o'clock tonight to get your signed ballot to a ballot box. Then over the next 3 weeks, election workers all across the state will be certifying ballots and counting votes. In Benton County, representatives from the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, and the League of Women Voters are always present when election workers are on the job. You can also go over to the voting center and observe the ballot counting process in person. Now here's a couple of the levies and propositions that we're taking a look at this election night in Benton County. Proposition 1 is for the continued local sales and use tax for public safety needs. This proposition continues funding for law enforcement officers, crime prevention, courts, and clerks and prosecutors. About 55 officers and 4 prosecutors are funded with this current tax. The county is asking for 0.3%, which is about 30 cents on a $100 purchase. In Franklin County, Fire District number 3 is asking for an increase of the district's property tax levy rate to $1.34 per $1,000 of assessed valuation of your property. Now, this is an effort to fund fire protection and emergency medical services, maintenance, staffing, training, facilities, and equipment. It would also authorize an annual levy rate increase of up to 6% per year above the prior year for collection in 2025 through 2029. Now, you've heard us tell you about this a few times this year. Walla Walla County Fire District 5 is asking for a 6-year levy lid lift. They want the property tax levy rate to increase $1.38 per $1,000 assessed property value for the 2024 collection fund. This also goes towards fire protection, emergency medical services, staffing, training, facilities, and equipment. It would also authorize an annual levy rate increase up to 6% per year above the prior year for collection again in 2025 through 2029. The Union Gap School District number 2 has a proposition for Yakima County. The district is asking for a construction bond. They say it would improve safety, update buildings and facilities, as well as adding security systems to buildings. The district also wants to update the existing gymnasium, increase parking, and install new playground equipment. The school district is asking for an additional $1.34 tax per $1,000 of assessed property value. That could be collected for up to 17 years. Snoqualmie Pass Fire and Rescue in Kittitas County is asking for a property tax levy to $1 per $1,000 of assessed valuation. That funding would help maintain and improve fire protection, emergency medical services, and provide for firefighters' safety. Now again, the ballot boxes are closed at 8 o'clock tonight. You do still have time to get your ballot to the drop box. You can find information or race results. The first batch will come in after 8 o'clock tonight. Just go over to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com, click on our election results page for the latest up-to-date information. And looking over in Yakima County, where there's over 128,000 registered voters, the Yakima County Auditor says they're expecting around 40,000 ballots to be returned in this election. About half of them they're expecting to be turned in today. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell has an overview of what's on the ballot for Yakima County.
First off, we're taking a look at this election by the numbers, starting with the fact that there's 176 candidates running for 131 offices in Yakima County. That includes 14 cities and towns with mayor or city council positions open, 17 school districts, 12 fire districts, 2 port districts, 1 sewer district, and a park district.
We also have more write-in candidates this time than ever before, which is really unusual, which I think speaks volumes to the fact that there's political energy out there, so maybe we'll see strong turnouts. It's hard to guess.
There's also 3 special elections going on. There's a bond to improve safety and construct school facilities for the Union Gap School District, a capital levy for health, safety, and facility improvements for the Wahluke School District, and finally, Yakima County Fire District 5 is asking residents in the Lower Valley to approve an $18 million bond to help them replace outdated equipment and renovate several fire stations built back in the 1950s. And if you haven't turned in your ballot yet, make sure you don't send it in the post. Make sure you go to a ballot drop box so that you're sure that it gets in by 8 p.m. to make sure that your vote counts. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. And it's not just us here in Washington. All across the country, voters in 37 states are deciding critical issues that range everything from abortion rights to governorships. Democrats and Republicans are watching closely as they try to get a better idea of what voters care about. And we're looking ahead to 2024, when the White House and the balance of power on Capitol Hill are on the line. ABC's Justin Finch reports.
It's Election Day in 37 states across the nation. Control of some governorships and state legislatures is at stake, and the issue of abortion rights is also being considered in several states. In Ohio, voters are heading to polls to decide whether to enshrine a woman's right to an abortion into the state constitution. Ohio Democrats considering the issue a must-win as anti-abortion groups aim to appeal to voters opposed to abortion.
We owe it not just to Ohio's women, but to women across this country to continue to carry the torch.
Why we took the last 25, 30 days to focus, retool our message to make sure that all Ohioans, whether you're Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, gay, straight, know that this is a bridge too far.
In Virginia, with full control of the Commonwealth up for grabs, Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin is promising to pass a 15-week abortion ban if his party wins the majority.
What's on the ballot, I think, is a choice between no limits and reasonable limits. And I think this is one where Virginians come together around reasonableness.
In Mississippi and Kentucky, governors are on the ballot. Mississippi Republican Governor Tate Reeves has been running ahead in polls over Democratic challenger Brandon Presley, a cousin of Elvis. And in Kentucky, surveys show a tightening contest.
You need leadership in this state that knows that the right approach is to stand up against Joe Biden.
Republican State Attorney General Daniel Cameron trying to reframe the governor's race around President Biden amid Biden's sinking approval numbers. Incumbent Democratic Governor Andy Beshear focusing instead on local issues.
This is not about who's in the White House. It's about what's going on in your house.
That was ABC's Justin Finch reporting, and David Muir will have more coverage of today's elections on World News Tonight coming up at 5:30. But for right now, let's talk about your local forecast. I was out shooting today, and Stacy, it was windy out there. How long is that going to be sticking around?
Well, the good news, Alyssa, winds are already starting to die down. We were at 18 miles an hour just a little while ago. We're still seeing those gusty winds in Ellensburg, Goldendale, but the winds are gradually receding and they'll start to calm down tonight. Again, around the area, look at Pendleton, 24-mile-an-hour winds. That's sustained wind speeds, not counting the wind gusts. Outside, we have a gorgeous sunset tonight on our Legends Casino Skycam. 55 degrees. Our feels like temp is 55 and our sunset at 4:34. So early in Yakima tonight, those temperatures start dropping as the sun goes down pretty rapidly. If you remember last night, it actually warmed up as the evening went along, but not tonight. We have a cold front moving in under a ridge of high pressure. Look at our temperatures at 8 o'clock in Tri-Cities, already down to 46, and we'll see down to 44 in Walla Walla, your evening planner. Let's take a look at what's ahead. Again, clearing skies, winds decreasing. Grab your shades tomorrow. Cooler temperatures here for the next couple of days. We're going to see some patchy fog developing, not so much tonight, but into the area tomorrow night, and a chance of weekend showers. I'll get to all of that in your first alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. And new tonight, the Benton Franklin Health District has reported the first flu-related death of the season in the state of Washington. The agency says a Franklin County woman in her early 70s has died. It also says this serves as an important reminder to get that flu shot, which takes about 2 weeks to start protecting you from the virus. It's also a warning about protecting your health during indoor holiday gatherings, because we know in addition to the flu, RSV and COVID are also continuing to circulate. State Representative Gina Mossbrucker will be in Yakima tonight for the third stop in her series of drug crisis events. This time, it's a listening session with people experiencing homelessness at Camp Hope. Mossbrucker says she wants to hear from people who have real-life experience with addiction about what resources would most help them on the journey to recovery and to get their input on how best to prevent others from turning to drugs in the first place. Mossbrucker says that's why she's holding the event at a homeless shelter.
I feel like it's really important to be in the middle of their world and ask them questions where it's comfortable for them, and to try to make sure that they have a chance to share their story if they want to. And it's my job to go listen.
That event is coming up at 6:30. It'll last until 8 o'clock tonight at Camp Hope at 2300 East Beach Street, and it is open to the public. An update tonight to a story we brought you as breaking news on Monday. We're hoping to learn more about the accusations against a man that police arrested and booked into the Franklin County Jail following a long standoff in Pasco last night. It happened near Road 32 and Opal Street. Initially, police say the man refused to come out of the home when officers tried to arrest him. That led to a long standoff that lasted for hours. Police said they wanted to arrest a man for a felony crime, but didn't elaborate. We'll bring you an update as soon as new information is released. A Franklin County inmate who failed to return to jail from a furlough is now considered escaped. A judge had granted Michael Paul Nelson a furlough release with an order to return on November 2nd. But the Franklin County Sheriff's Office says Nelson failed to return on that date. The officers originally arrested Nelson in November of last year. They held him on kidnapping, assault, resisting arrest, and reckless endangerment charges. Authorities say he stands 6 feet tall and weighs about 190 pounds with brown hair and eyes. You can see the picture here. He may also go by the name Michael Godfrey. Columbia Basin College is offering a new program that will help students find their way into careers in digital marketing. Graduates of the 2-year digital marketing program at CBC will be able to continue their education for a Bachelor of Applied Science in Digital Marketing degree at Bellevue College. According to CBC's Dean for the School of Business and Computer Science, students could find themselves in some high-demand jobs after graduation.
Two of the ones I think that it will be beneficial for this, at least the AAS degree, is a marketing research analyst or a specialist that you can, somewhere over starting at $50,000, which isn't tons, but if they get the bachelor's degree, the salaries are $100,000 to start.
There are about 5 students enrolled in the program currently. They have a capacity, though, for 30. The college is currently enrolling for winter quarter, which starts in January. A case involving gun rights lands before the U.S. Supreme Court. It involves the gun rights of domestic violence abusers. We're talking about that coming up. Plus something new for Kennewick's Playground of Dreams. We'll see the new additions called Kaysen's Corner. And Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert weather forecast. That and more next on Apple Valley News Now at 5.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Collective Soul, the 30th anniversary celebration, live in concert. January 18th, Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish. An evening with Collective Soul. Buy tickets now at Ticketmaster and the Legends Casino gift shop. Come celebrate 30 years with Collective Soul. January 18th at Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish.
That's right! When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Tonight, we're finding out what voters really think and want. With just 1 year out from the 2024 race, the possible signals of how the country will vote. More Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa, I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court heard a major case regarding the federal ban on guns for people convicted of domestic abuse. This following a gun safety regulation that's been around for decades, in which the federal law prohibits the sale of firearms to anyone under a domestic violence restraining order. The 9 justices listening to those oral arguments today, leaving the impression they would uphold the law. ABC's Melissa Adon has the details.
Today, the issue of gun rights back before the U.S. Supreme Court. The court hearing oral arguments over a 30-year-old law that bans people under domestic violence restraining orders from possessing firearms. The High Court taking up the case 1 year after a ruling by the conservative majority on the court made it more difficult for governments to restrict individual gun rights. The Fifth Circuit Court struck down the law earlier this year, calling it an outlier, which led the Supreme Court to take it up. But several conservative justices, including Justice Samuel Alito, worry the law could deprive nonviolent Americans of their gun rights.
There are situations in which the family court judge, who has to act quickly and may not have any investigative resources, faces a he said, she said situation.
At a rally outside the Supreme Court, survivors of domestic violence sharing their stories and why the law is necessary.
I lost my niece to gun violence, and I grew up in a household with a domestic abuser.
According to the CDC, an estimated 12 million American adults are victims of domestic abuse every year, and on average, 70 die every month from being shot by an intimate partner. And women are 5 times more likely to die from a domestic abuse situation if a gun is involved, according to the Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solutions. But gun rights advocates worry the law could deprive nonviolent Americans of their gun rights without adequate due process.
This statute actually ends up disarming a bunch of law-abiding or otherwise good people. Judges often issue mutual restraining orders, which disarms both the victim and the abuser at the same time.
The Fifth Circuit ruled in favor of Zaki Rahimi, a Texas drug dealer who was indicted for gun possession in violation of a restraining order obtained by his girlfriend.
That was ABC's Melissa Adon reporting. Now, the justices are expected to release their decision in June. Looking locally tonight, it may be another phase of the Playground of Dreams, but the ribbon cutting today was a step forward in making sure that people of all abilities can have a good time. Apple Valley News Now's Morgan Huff brings us the sights and sounds of the opening of Kaysen's Corner.
Kaysen's Corner in the Playground of Dreams.
I feel like a real king. Main reason is I went to a doctor's appointment in Spokane and I had so much fun on the swings, but when we came back here and found out that there was no swings, we sort of just like what to do now. So we called around.
And really this is it's a community effort, and it's a special day because we're here to open up the phase 2 of the fully inclusive playground here at Playground of Dreams. And this isn't just your normal playground. This is Kaysen's Corner.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, we went from some gloomy days to now what? A beautiful sunset as we finally got to see some nice sunshine, and we'll continue to see that into tomorrow. Dust Devil Sky Cam tonight, 55 degrees around the area, and those temperatures are going to start really dropping now that it's just past our sunset. Sunset at 4:34 with that time change. Wow, those days are, well, pretty much gone pretty early in the afternoon. Here's a quick example of our temperature drop just 24 hours ago. We're a full 7 degrees cooler tonight. tonight in Hermiston, 8 in Pendleton, 5 degrees cooler in Walla Walla, and 5 degrees cooler in Cle Elum, and you'll really start to feel that later on. Now, we have a big change in our weather due to this weather pattern. Right now, as you can see, here's our jet. It's way below us, and again, pulling in that cooler air, and this jet is eventually going to start moving closer to the Pacific Northwest. Here it hits the west side of Washington State, right through the middle of Oregon. That's going to start pulling that cooler air down from Canada, and yet another system coming in off the Pacific. That jet changes even more so as we get into Thursday, and that's where we're going to pull that moisture in from the Pacific in the form of rain, light rain on the east slopes of the Cascade Mountains. But the Cascade Mountains could see a little wintry mix here in the coming days. So we have a little break between systems on Futurecast. Again, this is tomorrow. You'll see mostly clear skies starting in the morning and not needing that umbrella at the bus stop. By tomorrow night, clear skies. Thursday late afternoon, we'll start to see those clouds moving across. Here's that first band of moisture and even some snow coming across the Cascades. We'll see those showers, light showers come through the region, and that mixed precipitation or even some snowflakes above pass level, but still hitting the Cascades. Pretty brief system moving through, and then we'll set up for another one into the weekend. Let's talk about those winds. We've been seeing those blustery winds the last couple of days, getting all the trees free of those leaves. Here's what our winds are looking like tonight. Again, still breezy through the area. Dayton still kind of windy, as well as Pendleton. Getting into tomorrow, we'll see those breezy winds here in the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities, as well as Dayton, but everywhere else will start to really calm down as we get through our Wednesday. Moving forward into our Wednesday afternoon, evening into Thursday morning, we'll see lighter winds, a little breezy on the Hanford Reach area, and those calm winds there. Let's talk temperatures. We've been above the average for a couple of days. We're going to drop down to pretty cool temperatures here. Look at Thursday at 45, and then we'll jump back up to those mid 50s, so right about average, but a little bit of a cool down for a couple of days here in the Columbia Basin as well. Then we move back up into those mid and upper 50s, pretty normal for this time of year. Mostly clear and cooler tonight. Look at the temps around the area. We see 30s instead of 40s and 50s like we saw last night. For tomorrow, we've got, well, sunshine and 50s. Not super warm, but still going to be sunny, so grab those sunglasses. Your 7-day planning forecast, pretty calm for the next couple of days. Friday, we see increasing clouds. Veterans Day on Saturday, chance of rain there in the Yakima Valley, and that rain will kind of stick around, or a chance of it at least, through early part of next week. In the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities, a little bit less chance of rain, more towards next week for us. And looking into Walla Walla, you'll see those chances of rain and possibly some fog, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Stay with us. There's more Apple Valley News now at 5:30 when we come right back.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
For 25 years, you have chosen Smart Law as your legal team. Times may change, but our commitment to you remains the same. We believe everyone has the right to exceptional legal representation. From all of us at Smart Law, we thank you for your trust and will continue to serve and fight for our clients and their loved ones. Smart Law, smart choice.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
Stan, where's Alice? She's supposed to stay with us.
Oh, shoot. Where could she?
Hey, everybody. I'm Alice. I'm new here. The new zipline ride looks so fun. You go back and forth awesome!
And we've lost control of the Alice situation.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
I mean, she's a natural spokosaur who isn't tempted to eat anyone. You know, because she's an herbivore.
Youth ride free with BFT. Check your student ID for the BFT logo. Show it to the driver and ride free. Don't have a BFT logo sticker on your ID? Ask your school how to get yours.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
In health news tonight, we're seeing more and more adults being diagnosed with ADHD. Now, experts say many people dealing with ADHD might not realize they even have it, but it can have a huge impact on your life, prompting people to take more risks, have trouble waiting, whether that's waiting in a line or waiting for an investment to mature, and sometimes struggling with mood swings or trouble managing stress. So getting a diagnosis can be a slow process, but experts say if you're seeing these issues, you may want to talk to a doctor and then a psychiatrist to try to get some help. Now here's a preview of what's ahead in about 5 minutes on World News Tonight with David Muir.
Tonight, we're finding out what voters really think and want. With just 1 year out from the 2024 race, the possible signals of how the country will vote. More Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
I was 44, working part-time. It was my first mammogram, and they found a few cancerous places in my left breast. I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't feel sick. I didn't have a lump in my breast. There was nothing. I wasn't afraid I was going to die. My first fear was, how am I going to tell my daughter? As a result of early detection, I didn't have to do chemotherapy. I just did surgery and radiation. Was able to maintain a good quality of life, and now it's a distant memory.
Pro-level performance at work and at home. Right now, save on steel gas and battery blowers. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Home design and remodeling can be overwhelming. At Premier Woodworks, we are with you throughout the entire project. Our in-house designers and project manager will help you design the space of your dreams. Whatever the size of project, Premier Woodworks will help maximize your space and turn your vision into reality. Visit our website, premierwoodworksllc.com, or stop by our newly remodeled showroom at 109 North Washington in downtown Kennewick. Are you looking for a bank that has traditional values and modern solutions? Are you looking for a bank that is member-owned? Are you looking for a bank that leaves a lasting impact on the community? I've got news for you. You're not looking for a bank. Belong to something better. Join Hatho Community Credit Union, where you are more than just a member. Visit hatho.org to join today. Where do you credit union?
Ooh, the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, Happy tastes good.
Man, Alyssa, we've got a big change in the weather now. Those icons look missing on Wednesday and Thursday. That's actually showing fog.
Oh.
We could see some fog developing late Wednesday into Thursday, Thursday into Friday, so be aware of that. Could be dense at times and affect morning commute times. Here's your 7-day planning forecast in Walla Walla. Looking better. Chance of fog developing there late Wednesday into Thursday as well. And, well, more showers in the forecast, and those chilly overnight lows, they're back.
It's going to be a big change from the kind of warm and blustery that we had over the weekend.
That's right. So get ready for the cold. Grab your coat.
All right. Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Mura is next. We're back tonight at 6.